More updates, subscribe to our channel.
Hey everyone, welcome to My Dreams Academy. For more information related to ESET examination, please do subscribe to My Dreams Academy. Now, this video all about the previous ESET examination continuation video. Already we have done 3 videos regarding this previous year question paper. It is advisable to use auto transformer if a power system has a voltage ratio. First of all, we have to know what is auto transformer. We have transformer. The transformer will work on the electromagnetic mutual induction principle and also Lenz's law. And next, the difference between transformer and auto transformer is in a transformer there is only magnetic coupling, but in the auto transformer it is electrically as well as magnetically coupled circuit. Okay, right. And so the transformation ratio should be is equals to 1. That is nothing but if it is nearer to 1, then the losses will be less in the auto transformer. So so the ratio between these two will give 10. The ratio between these two will be 11 3s are 11 1s are. So it is near to 3.33. So this is very greater. It is not even equals to 1 kV. So its ratio is greater than 132. Okay, but observe these two, 132 and 220. Always will write K value like this, that is LV divided by HV in auto transformer. In auto transformer always we have to write K value LV by HV. Okay, so 132 by 220, 132 divided by 220, 11 2s are, so 11 1s are, 11 2s are, 2 6s are, 2 10s are. It is 0.6, which is near to equals to 1. Always we have to choose the K value which is nearer to 1. Okay, so option B is correct for this question. And the next question, the question is about slip test. Question number 32, slip test. The slip test is used to find XD and XQ values. XD and XQ values are there in synchronous emission, salient pole synchronous emission, direct reactance, quadratic reactance. Okay, so here it is mentioned that V maximum value 108, V minimum value is 96, I maximum value is 12, I minimum value is 10 ampere. Now we need to calculate XD and XQ values. You just remember only one thing, that is XD value greater than XQ value. This value should be greater than XQ value. So so if I take the ratio between these two, that is V maximum divided by I minimum, it will give XD. Similarly XQ, that is V minimum divided by I maximum, it will give XQ. So V maximum is 108 divided by 10, 10.8. XQ value V minimum, that is 96 divided by 12. So 12 1s are, 12 8s are 96, 8 ohms. 10.8 and 8 ohms for the question number 32. Now we will see question number 33. An alternator is nothing but synchronous generator. is connected to infinite bus bar, like this. This is the alternator, and which is connected to infinite bus bar like this. R phase, Y phase, B phase. Okay, yes. Its excitation is increased while the driving power constant. That is nothing but active power is constant. So reactive power is changing. That is nothing but excitation. If I increase the excitation, the reactive power will change, but the active power is constant. So at constant active power, variable reactive power, we can able to use V and inverted V curves like this. This is the field current. This is UPF, unity power factor, and for a right side lagging power factor, left side leading power factor, and this is power factor. Okay, and this is armature current and power factor. Yes, now we'll see. An alternator is connected to infinite bus bar. Its excitation is increased while the driving power remains constant. This is like to result in less lagging power factor, more lagging power factor, terminal voltage drop, none of this. If it is increasing, okay, for suppose the machine is acting at that point, if I increase the excitation, then it will be more lagging power factor. So it will be more lagging power factor. Option B is correct for this one. And the next question number 34. The primary reason to place the field and rotor of an induction motor. Okay, so why we need to place the field on the rotor? Why we have to keep the field on the rotor? Option A, large power factor. Option B, large current in the stator. Option C, insulation of high voltage is made easy, small power in field. If we talk about the voltage, it is always related to insulation. So option C is correct, that is insulation of high voltage is made easy. Next one, question number, this is the question number 34, and next question number 35. That is synchronous motors are generally off. Synchronous motors in general, the synchronous machines are two types. One is salient pole, another one is round rotor. Generally the synchronous motor will use salient pole synchronous motor. Why we do use synchronous motors? In order to improve the power factor. Okay, the power factor correcting device, dynamically correcting the power factor. So the most of the synchronous motors are salient pole synchronous motors. Next one, question number 36. In a synchronous motor, the armature current has high value when excitation is, okay, so 0, low, high, both low and high. You observe this V and inverted V curves. When do we get armature current high? At 0 power factor leading as well as 0 power factor lagging. So armature current will be high at low power factor as well as high power factor. So both low power factor and high power factor is the correct answer. Next, question number 37. If the field of a synchronous motor is under excited, then the power factor will be. This is V and inverted V curves for synchronous generator. The V and inverted V curves for synchronous motor is same, but it is lagging power factor and this one is leading power factor. So here the question is, the synchronous motor armature current has the highest, if the field of the synchronous motor under excited, this region is under excitation and this region is over excitation. So it is at under excited. Synchronous motor under excited, lagging power factor. Synchronous motor over excited, leading power factor. Similarly, synchronous generator under excited, leading power factor. Synchronous motor synchronous generator over excited, lagging power factor. This you have to remember. Definitely you will get one question from this concept. Okay? Yes. Next. Question number 38. The squirrel cage induction motors are provided with blades in order to facilitate cooling of rotor, balance the rotor dynamics, eliminate noise, none of this. So which option is correct for this question? That is facilitate cooling of rotor. Okay? Blades are used to facilitate cooling of the rotor. Option A is correct for this question. Next, question number 39. The power input in a Blackwood rotor test performed on a 3-phase induction motor. So in a induction motor we have two types of tests. One is Blackwood rotor test, another one is open circuit test. So Blackwood rotor test is used to find short circuit, is nothing but short circuit, which is used to find I square R losses, that is nothing but copper losses. Similarly, next one, open circuit test, which is used to find iron losses. So the question is, the power input in a Blackwood rotor test performed on a 3-phase induction motor is approximately equal to hysteresis losses in the core? No. I square R losses in the winding? Yes, it is correct. So option 2 is correct, that is I square R losses, that is nothing but copper losses. Next question, at infinite slip is equals to ns minus nr divided by ns. Slip which is at induction machines, induction motor as well as induction generator. In induction motor the slip will be 0 to 1. Okay, right. Slip ns minus nr by ns. If we wanted to find in terms of percentage, we need to multiply with 100. Here the question is, the slip is infinite. Generally the slip will not be infinite. Maximum value, what is the maximum value of the slip? That is 1. Okay, so if the slip is equals to 1, the meaning is nr value is equals to 0. nr value is equals to 0. Now I will read the options. At infinite slip, that is nothing but slip equal to 1. The torque of 3-phase induction motor, small, 0, high, very high. There is no speed, then what is the torque? 0. Torque is also 0. Thanks for watching this video. For more information regarding ECET examination, AE examination, sub-engineer examination and JLM examination, apart from this, we have also JEE examination, MCET examination, as well as NEET examination coaching we are providing. So please do subscribe to My Dreams Academy to know about this all the examinations. Thank you all.